Good evening, bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes. Congratulations, Mohammed. You got both medals today. James, welcome on in. I'm hoping you're doing well. I'm hoping everyone's doing well today. My plan today is going to be to play more Silent Hill F. I'll get around to it eventually. There are a few things I do want to talk about first. I do want to talk about the new character in Marvel Rivals. Actually, Daredevil got announced, which is cool as all hell. Let me see if I can find clips of it, because I do want to talk about the version of him they've added into the game, because I know people are split on it. Oh, Path of Pain, are you talking about Hollow Knight? I recently started playing that. I've been really enjoying it. I've only beaten the first boss of it so far. It's one I've been planning on streaming more if I do play more of it. But I'm a big fan of Metroidvania type games, so I've really been enjoying it. So I'm not really that far into it just yet. I'm still working my way up. It is my very first playthrough, yeah.
Daredevil is here.
And when I do play, I do want to stream my playthrough as well, so I probably will be streaming it whenever I'm done with Silent Hill. But it's a very good game. I'm really impressed with it so far. Right, let me get my Wordle. I'll do my Duolingo. And you know what? We'll do Time Guesser as well today. Time Guesser is always a good one. Let me start by doing my Duolingo. I've not done my lesson today. I'm falling behind. I don't want that to happen. Let's play. Watch this. Dude, from what I've seen so far, I really agree. It's genuinely a really incredible game. I can see why so many people are hyped for Silk Song coming out. Hana-san wa ishigashi. Yes, there we go. She's busy. Roku means 6.
妻はエンジニアです。
Tsuma wa, my wife, is an engineer.
エンジニアのです。
Nana means 7. My husband is a college student. Okay.
お茶
No, it's not that one.
夫
It's Otto wa daigakusei desu.
です。
That's gonna be Go.
姉は有名です。
My older sister is famous. That's haha, which means mother. My son is also smart, so that's gonna be my son, which is...
息子
No, hang on. Also, I need to remember that one as well.
息子
Musko, more.
も頭がいいです。
I think that's the one. That's the one.
妹も7歳です。妹も7歳です。
Immortal, younger sister,
妹
more.
も
Nanasai, 7 years old.
7歳です。
いいえ、弟は5歳です。
No. Ototo, my son. No, sorry, my younger brother is 5 years old. we go.
兄はおしゃれです。
Annie. Okay, Annie is that
Annie.
one.
兄はおしゃれです。は
Oshare.
おしゃれ
Yes. My older brother is fashionable. His mother.
母
That is Kyoto.
京都
Ichi is dad. Nihon is Japan.
日本
That's Nakayama.
いいえ、妹は6歳じゃないです。
No, my younger sister isn't 6 years old. My dad is also fashionable. The author always trips me up, so it's going to be Chichi more.
もおしゃれ
Oshare desu.
です。
娘は学生です。
Musume, okay. My daughter is a student. Go for it, hit me with it. My family is small. Watashi no
私の
kazoku
家族
wa chisai desu.
小さいです。
Boom. Duolingo done and dusted. Alright, moving on. Wordle. Let's go. Try and get all these out of the way first before I talk about everything else. I want to talk about Marvel Rivals. I want to talk about... Not more stuff that's come out. I think there's something about Asmongold I need to address as well at some point. Need a good starting word for this one. Give a good one. You know what? Raven. There we go. That's a good one. Apparently not, actually. It's got nothing on there. Oh, hang on. I've used an E already. I was going to use Golem. Folds. Got a D. Okay. Ditch. Okay, interesting. PID. Maybe that. Hang on. Where's my music gone? There we go. Yeah, James, hit me whenever you're ready. It is. Got that one in 4. Better than my average. Oh, fair enough. I misunderstood what you're saying. Sorry. Ooh, okay. I need to guess a time and place for this. And I'm seeing a lot of shipping containers knocked over. I'm guessing this must have been an international, like, newsworthy event. I think Maersk Oil. And other places. Ooh. When would this have happened? I don't think it'll be the Suez Canal or something. I have no fucking clue what this could be. Imagine being stuck in one of those when it got knocked over. This almost doesn't look like a real photo, but... I would not want to be there when this happened. Whatever happened. Looks like an earthquake or a hurricane or something knocked this many over. Can't think of anything else. I'm gonna complete stab in the dark. Let's go. 11 years off. Cargo container strewn across the port of Sendai following the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. The disaster was the most powerful earthquake ever recorded in Japan. The fourth most powerful earthquake recorded in the world. Okay. I wouldn't have gotten that because none of the containers had Japanese on them. But then I guess it was importing. So yeah, this is a complete shot in the dark. Chow Mung Dai. Oh, hang on. Vietnam, that's where we are. Okay. It's gonna be Ho Chi Minh City. I'm gonna put it in there for now. I'm seeing the communist hammer and sickle, so I imagine this must be during the 1960s potentially. Where was it? It was in Japan during the 2011 Tohoku earthquake. I'm gonna guess I'll say 1964. Why not? 1986, 20 years off. Okay. People riding bicycles in Hanoi, passing under banners for the 6th Congress of the Communist Party. Oh, it was in Hanoi. I'll go all over there. Okay. At least I got the right country this time. Oh. Is that a statue of Napoleon? I believe it is. I think that's German, isn't it? That's some old ass looking cars as well. I'm guessing 1950s. I think this is gonna be one of my worst round of time guesser. And it looks like a beach. So I'm gonna say, is it gonna be I have a feeling it'll be around here somewhere. It might even be Amsterdam. Okay, let's drop it there. Why not? Nope, I was 2 years off. Outdoor cafe surrounding the state statue of King Charles XIV. John at Stockholm's Slusplan during the early 50s. The historic view has since been erased from a massive redevelopment project, and the statue has been relocated to nearby Slottsbacken Square. Okay. God, I'm doing really bad on this round. Okay, this looks like a cricket match. No, basketball match. Or football even, sorry. Okay, football match. When would it be? Would it be a World Cup? I don't think it's a World Cup because it doesn't seem... I mean, it could be the very first World Cup. And these people look very British to me. Drop it in London. This photo's making me think 1930. Years off. Okay, 1944. Uruguayan President Juan Jose de Amezaga performing the ceremony kickoff at the re-inauguration of Estadio Gran Park Central in Montevideo, which celebrated the completion of major renovations to the historic stadium. Okay. Oh, okay. I think this is one I can definitely get the location of. I recognize which country this might be in. For once, I can maybe guess the right place. This is the last round of Dark. It's kind of embarrassing that the only place I'll get right is this one. Where are you, Lincoln? Oh, you're somewhere around here. There's the Pentagon and the Pentagon City. Station. Here's the Lincoln Memorial. I thought it'd be around this area, wouldn't it? National Archives, is it? I think it might be. I think that's where it would be, wouldn't it? Now the question is, what the hell's going on here, and why are there so many people here? Oh, there you are, Lincoln. Lincoln Memorial, that's what I'm after. Okay, what are... These are all women, aren't they? From the looks of it, it might be the 60s. They're reading something. It could be quiet. Oh, there are some men there as well. It's predominantly women, but not entirely. The fashion looks 70s, but it could be late 60s. 1976. An interfaith choir performing on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial during the sunrise service to begin the nation's official bicentennial celebrations in Washington, D.C. on the 4th of July, 1976. Okay, my score is going to be, yep, it's very bad. This is not a good score. Okay, let's get this off the screen. Let's chat. Okay, we pretend we do not see that. I think that might be the lowest score I've ever gotten. Right, I want to talk about a good number of things first. I might start with Marvel Rivals. Yeah, maybe I will start with Marvel Rivals. Alright. Let's play. So there's a new character in Marvel Rivals, which is going to be Daredevil, which is one of the most hyped characters I've been excited for. They've shown some gameplay of him and his design, which people are very divided on. So he's been confirmed to be a duelist, and the problem with that is there's like more duelists than, you know, Vanguard and strategists combined at this point. There's too many of them. It's one of the reasons people aren't really happy about there being another one. But I really like the way he plays. He seems like a cross between Moon Knight and Iron Fist. A lot of people are saying he's probably going to become Iron Fist 2, Electric Boogaloo, which wouldn't be very fun, but it doesn't look like that's the case. I mean, his design seems to be very heavily inspired by Kunlun, and that's essentially what the story line they're going with for this version of Daredevil. So I'm going to tell you about the comic storyline that they're inspired by, and his story in Marvel Rivals and the lore behind it, before I show you some of his moves. So this version of Daredevil they're adapting is somewhat of a continuation from a comic book storyline called Shadowlands. And most comic book fans don't want you to know this, but a lot of comic book storylines are really shit, and this happens to be one of them. So the worst they can do is make the story better, which I think they already have done to an extent. So the reason why I say Shadowlands is one of the worst storylines is because it's a storyline people often cite as going somewhat like off the rails, the jumping the shark when it comes to Daredevil, who's mainly fighting like ninjas and like mobsters and street level crime, because it ends with him going to hell to fight the devil. And I do mean it's a very bad storyline because you'll get plot points where things like the Kingpin thinks he's killed Daredevil because he killed Matt Murdock. It turns out he actually killed Matt Murdock's identical illegitimate twin brother that nobody else knew about until now. And this is how bad that storyline is. Okay? Comics aren't always the holy grail of what's good when it comes to media these days. Even though everyone cries about how MCU movies aren't following the comic line, sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's a blessing. Trust me. But the storyline for Marvel Rivals is the protector, or the deity of the 8th city, Yin Long, which is a dragon, makes a deal with Daredevil in the sense that he'll help Daredevil harness the power of the beast, which is the demon that he slayed in hell. In exchange, he gets to become the champion of Yin Long, so he becomes the protector of the 8th city to help restore it to heaven, right? Which is like the Kunlun part of the storyline. So he becomes the champion of Yin Long. And he gets a title called Dizang. So Dizang is from Buddhist mythology. He's something called a bodhisattva. So a bodhisattva is someone who has already achieved nirvana and enlightenment, right? But he chooses not to go to nirvana and continues to stay within the cycle of reincarnation and stuff. And his goal is that he won't leave this realm until every single soul in hell has been saved, right? So he won't go to nirvana until all the hells are empty, which is what the mythological bodhisattva of Dizang is trying to do, which ties in so well to the character of Daredevil, which I just have to give them credit for that. Like, that one lore tie-in is better than the entirety of the Shadowlands like comic book run. I have to give them credit for that, at least. I'm not a big fan of the design, though, of his armor. A lot of people saying it's too reminiscent of Iron Fist design because, well, both are from Kunlun, right? In this version of their characters, and I do get that. But at the same time, if they have more skins for him later, it's not something I'm gonna be too mad about. His default skin being too, like, Kunlun inspired. But I'll go through some of his skills. First of all, his voice actor is Alex Lee, who voices Zenitsu Demon Slayer, and the GOAT himself in solo leveling, Sung Jin Woo.
I see you.
Yeah, he can see people. One thing people have noticed as well, if you look in the distance, if you ignore his big booty cheeks and just look in the distance, you'll see he's actually blind, and he can't see past a certain distance, which is about, I believe, 30 meters. And however, anyone within his range, he can see them through walls. And if he tags them, he can basically dash to them whilst this meter behind my head here is active. So he can choose a target, and during that time period, he's allowed to dash to them and completely body them. He also has like a grappling hook type attack and a deflect, which I think is going to be cool. I don't think he'll deflect ultimates. I don't think he can deflect a Iron Man pulse cannon back at him, but it would be funny if you could. I don't think that would be the case. He also has like a meter in the middle of the screen, and then when that fills up, he can basically have access to two skills. One is he throws his Billy Cup as a projectile, which is why I said he's similar to Moon Knight, because the projectile can bounce between targets, but he also bounce off surfaces as well. And the other one is like a whip attack, like a nunchuck type attack, which does a lot more damage. But it's, a close range attack, which you'll see him do in a second. There you go.
Hellfire!
And then you get to see his ultimates.
On the hunt. Let the devil.
So anyone who's looking at him gets slowly blinded, and they take continuous damage. And during this time, his meter in the middle of the screen basically fills up really fast. He can do all of his special skills a lot quicker in succession. So it's similar sort of to Magic's ability in the sense of like a transformation, but it also does damage in an AoE around him. If you pay attention to that bit there, you can see the little ribbons like attached to him, and that's draining health from people around him.
Ruthlessness is mercy.
I'm excited to see him in the game. I just hope they don't put any more DPS actors. I think the next ones are coming are gonna be, is it Rogue and Gambit, which is rumored to be the case. It might not be the case. There have been multiple rumors that end up being debunked. People thought Professor X was going to be in the game, but he's not out yet. Might be later on, who knows. I think some of the rumors at the moment going are that Rogue is going to be a strategist which would be interesting to see. Like, it's completely not like what any of her powers in the comics are, but then neither is this. I mean, I'm not against them taking creative liberties with the characters if it ends up making something fun to play. I wouldn't be 100% against them. But so far, like, we gotta realize, like, they've got Magneto putting bubbles around people, and we've got the Hulk throwing shields on people as well, using a gamma belt, and we've got people like Loki healing people in this game. So, like, a lot of the characters have been redesigned to work within the game. So we shouldn't be too upset about the fact that they're doing the same thing to Daredevil. As long as they're fun to play and the game continues being fun, I would have no issues with it. But I do hope to put in more strategists and Vanguard, specifically Vanguard, so nobody wants to play any of them. I fucking love playing as Angela, Magneto, Penny being my main. And it's really annoying when you enter a game and everyone interlocks DPS because there's more choice and variety there. So one thing I really think they need to address really, really quick within the next season or two is, like, if it's season 5 and 6 don't have just Vanguard and Strategist, it's going to be insanely like balanced against them because, like I said, there are more duelists than there are Vanguard and Strategists combined, and that's just not the way to go. Especially in a game where, you know, you can flex between roles and switch between them mid-game, so you're not locked into any one role. They really should offer more choice, because otherwise people are just going to keep switching to DPS or insta-locking DPS, which is not the way to go. Let's chat. What else did I want to talk about? Asmongold, here we go. Let's play. Oh no, I've got a typo. Can I edit that? I can. Hang on. We're not done yet. There we go. Nobody ever needs to know I made a typo. But this is a video of Asmongold on his most recent stream, talking about racism towards Indian people, which is a big thing that does happen, especially online. You see it all the time. I'll play this clip real quick so you can see what he's blabbing about today. This is the one time I don't fully disagree with him.
Says this. I hate the way that people treat Indians now. I think it's so disgusting and it's so unfair. The most patriotic and positive and...
Like, I was shocked when I heard him say this.
Some of the people that have done the most work and effort to become functional, beneficial members of American society have been not American Indians in terms of like Native Americans, but I mean Indians from India who have come here and immigrated to become Americans. I hate the idea and this like weird bullshit that we have where we constantly talk down to and treat Indians badly. I think the reason why it's socially acceptable is because Indians, like, on average make a lot of money, because many of them that are immigrants...
Not sure I agree with him on this part.
The Brahmin class, many of them do, and so they have good jobs, access to good education, and so because they're seen as a privileged class, it's okay to say rude things to them. I hate this. I think it's disgusting. I think it's wrong. And yeah, culture issues. Fuck that. Fuck that culture. This guy's wearing an American flag on his shirt. Okay, like he's a voting fucking conservative Republican. Like cultural issues, my ass. Get the fuck out of here. No, it's just racism, and I don't like it. I think Indians get the short end of the stick, and I think that it's a form of racism that has become more culturally and socially acceptable, and I don't think that it's deserved at all. I think India. I've looked at pictures of India. Place looks like a shithole to me.
Not sure I agree with him saying shit like this either, but not sure what else I expected. But yeah, I can't wait to see how his community are going to react to that, because like they are predominantly racist. It's just their thing. So I wonder how they're going to react to him saying racism back, because this is the least racist thing he's ever said. Sarah, how are you doing today, by the way? I'm hoping you're doing well. One moment. I just noticed this is not properly cropped. Give me one moment while I fix this. That should be better, hopefully. Yeah, I'll make sure it's properly cropped in the center. Yeah, it's actually insane, especially with the whole like U.S. government shutdown happening. That's chat. Because he's literally just throwing a tantrum, isn't he? He can't get his way, so he's gonna shut down the government. Like, it's such a fucking boiling pot at the moment. I think it's like a... No, America is more like a... I say America, both America, Russia, a lot of countries right now, even the UK, are just like a powder keg waiting to go get set off. Fair enough. Honestly, it's kind of noticeable how much more incompetent the government have become since, like, things like Doge have just been, like, firing people willy-nilly with no like actual cause or whatever, in the sense that like, and then patting themselves on the back saying, look at all the money we've just saved. Because like, like I said this before, like the whole Charlie Kirk shooter situation, they would never have caught him. That guy would have gotten away for it if his dad didn't turn him in, because the FBI are so fucking incompetent right now that they couldn't even find the fucking gun he dropped in the bush right next to the building where he shot Kirk from. Right? He went back to retrieve the rifle, and his dad turned him in before he could get it back. That's how shit the FBI are right now. I genuinely think I can outsmart them. No word of a lie, I think I can outsmart the current FBI. I probably could, like, plan some sort of, like, protest against the government or whatever, or some kind of thing that the FBI would try and stop, and then, you know what, for legal reasons this is a joke. I reckon I can get away with whatever I wanted to in America, and the FBI wouldn't be able to stop me. Not that I had planned to. It's not worth the effort. I'll probably get shot at the airport by fucking not ICE, border patrol or whatever. They'll see a non-white person trying to enter the country and open fire immediately. A lot of countries are currently fucked right now. I'm surprised Macron's still in power, considering how he can be quite unpopular with a lot of people in France. They genuinely do. I mean, we have so much technology nowadays at our disposal that can help things. I think we've become over-reliant on it. I shit you not, if I was planning some sort of terror activity, I think the most effective way to get away with it without the government spotting me is by having 2 cups and a really long piece of string, or maybe writing down my plans on a piece of paper, folding it to a paper airplane, just throwing it out my window to whoever it is I'm organizing with. Because if it's not digital, they can't track shit. Because they're so over-reliant on it. Anyway, I think I want to play some Silent Hill, so let me load that up. It's because the people in charge have no fucking idea what they're doing. Let's play. Watch this. Get rid of that. Where is the game? There it is. Let me load that up. And let me stop. While this track is a fucking banger, let me stop it right now. Here we go. Yeah, straight up. Like, a lot of people, when they go to protest, they don't take their phones with them. And you'd be surprised at how many, like, police, like arrests or whatever, you can just completely store by saying, by refusing to unlock your phone for them. Like, legitimately, for a lot of police officers, the only investigation technique they know is to ask someone to unlock the phone so they can have access to it. If they just say no there and then, they really can't do shit. Hang on. This keeps happening. I'm not sure why. Let me go back. Title screen. I'm not sure why these settings keep changing. Oh yes, I'm on a boss fight here. I might change from a Naginata to the dagger because it's faster. I know this boss gives birth to smaller enemies and I need to take them out first. Pretty sure it's probably some allegory for pregnancy or something. Let me switch. I don't have any healing items, do I, apart from this one? What else do I have? Oh, I was too late on that one. Oh shit, okay. Oh, I'm not looking good. Okay. I don't have anything I can do to fix that either. Nope, okay, that did not end well, but it's fine. We'll work on it. I was too late on that one, okay. Let's deal with you first. It's hard to concentrate on this. There's another one as well now. Hang on. Oh no, there isn't. Okay. Hit wrong button. I pressed the wrong fucking button. Okay, this is not looking good. Shit. This is going to be a real challenge. There we go, got you that time. Shit. I keep trying to counterattack, but there we go. go. Okay. Hits. This thing takes so many hits. What the fuck? I'm hammering away at it and it's not going down. Oh, finally! Alright, let's see what the book has to say about this. A monster covered in swollen skin and crawling mounds. Each one pulses that spawns more and more horrors. What a vile show of life. I'd rather die than turn into a monster like this. Is this based on her fear of pregnancy? That's what I'm understanding. Ray gun. It has been used so many times that the paint is peeling off everywhere. It seemed to have been bought for him at the festival. It's written in ballpoint pen. Hide it. Hinako's going to steal it. I wouldn't steal a toy gun. I mean, I might. It's a pretty cool gun. Oh man, I've used up all of my healing items, so it's going to be dangerous going forward, but I think I got this. That's usually the case. It was the same with Silent Hill 2. If you wanted to get all the ending to do a New Game Plus for it, it's usually the case with a lot of horror games. Felt like it was going to explode or something. Okay, this is the way I... Oh no, hang on, there's a switch there. What's this? Brainiac Hero Comic. The inside page was full of drawings. Hinako was drawn on the bad guys that the protagonist defeated. Moreover, in order to make the method of death even more bizarre, the manga's presentation, they stubbornly added a lot of scattered blood and guts. Okay. Someone wants to fucking go. Where are they? There you are. Okay, maybe bring out the big weapon for this. I'm not done exploring here. There's a switch here I can press. I can see this going to open the other path. Okay, I see which path this opens up. If I go around... Oh, okay. I did pick up one item. Red capsule. Do I want to use it now, though? I probably should, because the enemies will kill me really easily if I don't. keep wanting to hold on for it, but I realized that if I take another, like a 2 more hits, I wouldn't even be standing, so it's probably best I top my health up.
Don't sweat it. I can wait. All day.
Can I enshrine? Do I want to enshrine anything? No. Do I want to draw an out? I can't. Okay, clear mind. We're good. Pray. Need more faith than that. Might have to increase my health. I'd go down way too quick, but also stamina is one I want to increase. No, I think I'll just save the game for now.
Tell how you really feel, partner.
You're missing one of the item, I think. 2 out of 3 done, okay. Not gone this way. I believe it's probably where I need to go next. Is that red door gonna be closed? No, it's open. Okay. I'm gonna ignore the enemy because I don't want to waste any more health fighting them. This way. I really do wish the enemies dropped items, like healing items or whatever. Then I'd have more I mean, I guess the game doesn't want you to fight them, that's why. Drawing of young Shimizu Hinako. Even if it was drawn by an elementary school student, it's still too bad. This is definitely drawn on purpose. There are all kinds of curses written on it, such as stupid, disgusting, etc. Is this something that he drew at me? It is. Oh shit, shit. I'm gonna have to run. I can't even fight. This area is too narrow to fight in as well. Oh shit, this door doesn't open, does it? I have to go all the way around. Or is it because the enemies are there? Nope, she got me. Is that a one-way door? Is it because I was in combat? So I should have been able to just run through there. Let me check. Because the map on the shows the arrow in one direction. If I go through here... Does it, yeah, it's locked. Okay. In which case, I'll need to go that way. Oh, I'll need to open the door there. I see. Okay. They want you to go the long way around. That's what makes it a challenge. So I did think this seemed a little too easy. Oh fuck, there's 2 of them. Gotta get my stamina back. Oh, fuck. They're gonna get back up though, that's the problem. They're not too bad when there's only 1 at a time, but it's the fact that they get back up and there's more than 1 of them here. That is a problem. Okay, okay. Let me get to the switch. Pull the lever. And the other door should be open for me. There we go, and hopefully I can get back now. Oh wait, there's more. Is the twist gonna be something like, oh, he hated you the whole time or something? That's what the comic book plus everything else is telling me. Like the drawing and the comic book. And the gun that said I might steal it. Open it again, okay. At least the enemies in this room don't respawn. And there's none above me, waiting to drop down from the looks of it, which is good. Last one, let's go.
Tell how you really feel, partner.
Let me save it so I don't do all that again.
I can handle it. Don't hold anything back.
I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting to see him here. I was convinced that the Fox Mask guy was like a representation of Shu in the other world, because he's the only one we've not seen yet. At least that's what I assumed was the case.
It's alright. Whatever the outcome, I'll respect my partner's choice.
I was expecting the twist to be that he was a bad guy the whole time or something. Because the game really wants you to trust him. Not sure what brutally murdering all my friends is trying to tell me here. Yeah, please don't. I want to try and find this out for myself.
To childhood friends.
I've managed to avoid spoilers so far. But I feel like the Fox Master is definitely trying to turn her against her friend or something by making her do that.
It had to be done.
He's giving off serious groomer vibes.
I'm so very sorry for what you just saw.
You need not apologize. I should be begging your pardon for forcing this pain upon you. Onward.
Shu. Ringo?
Okay, where am I going? Find Shu and Ringo. I've always despised people who tell me how to act just because I'm a girl. Shu was different, though. He was the only one who ever understood me. We were perfect partners. I consider him a true companion. As we got older, the pressure from our parents got stronger. Even still, Shu never stopped treating me like his equal, regardless of my gender. What a feminist. What an icon. How progressive of him. There exists two Hinakos inside me now. Himizu Hinako, whom I've known since birth, and Hinako, a woman who's trying to steal my body from the old me. Like an alien is trying to take over me. If this was Space Wars, my partner should be coming to the rescue, but there's no sign of him. Are there any items I've not picked up yet? No, I've been pretty thorough. I picked up as many as I could before I could continue.
How come? Shu. The plan's to meet up. At your place, right?
Bro, did they ditch her? They did, holy shit. Rinko, that cunt. Oh, I'm gonna have to run, aren't I?
There's just too many.
I'm glad it didn't make me redo the whole chase sequence thing.
Still chasing me.
How far am I to Shu's house? Oh, it's actually not that far away. Oh, this map is pretty big and detailed. Like, holy cow, I've only uncovered this much of it so far. I'm genuinely impressed by how fucking good this map is.
Well, maybe.
It definitely deserves an award for, like, level design.
Maybe they had no choice but to go on without me. That has to be it.
All my health is full. My weapons are more or less fine. I'm sorry, something urgent came up, so I can't come with you. Just trust me and continue down the path we've decided. I'll get everything ready and wait for you.
They leave this behind?
Here's someone. I can definitely hear someone around the corner. Oh, you didn't jump up at me. You'll probably will later. Oh. Okay, I'll hold on to that for now. I knew it. I saw it coming. Oh, you're a strong enemy. I totally saw that coming. I called it. Oh no. This gate's in the way. How am I ever going to get past it? If only I can undo that latch.
She knows more about the mountains than I do.
There you are. Okay. Oh shit, you're a strong one. You're the one that looks like a licker. So every single time I say licker, I mean the enemies from Resident Evil 2. But it sounds like I'm saying a slur because I'm using the hard R. So maybe I should call it something like licker. Oh, okay. Oh shit, there's 2 of them. Okay. 3 of them. Oh okay, do you know why I can't fight this many enemies? I'm gonna have to run. Go, 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 come on. There we go. I feel like there's an item in that little area. I fight them one at a time. If I filter them in like this. Alright, I should be able to go back now and have a look. Shit. It's gonna be too difficult now that the other 2 are gone. If I say that and then immediately get caught, okay. Oh no, I'm not collectibles. Equipment. Oh, we're actually changing this max out. No, keep those for now. Bandage. Go there. Yokan. Yeah, Yokan. Oh, chocolate. You can go there. Yokan. You can go there. I hate that he keeps doing that. Quickly picks up my weapon. God, this thing has a lot of health. Holy shit. Go down already, please. My weapon's almost broken again. Trying to kill this thing. There we go. You're not gonna explode now, are you? Okay, do you know what? That was somewhat worth it.
I need to treat my wounds.
Used up all of my items. Took off almost all of my health, but we made it. Oh, this pipe is basically busted.
How could you leave your partner like this, Shu?
I hear you. I just don't see you. Okay, you went over there. The area is kind of like a maze, isn't it? Those items are so useful when it comes to boss fights. See someone there. Are you gonna jump at me? You are. Shit, there's two of them, okay. Hits. Not looking good. I have no items left now. Okay, fuck. Oh, motherfucker. Okay. I might have to stop fighting enemies purely because this is my last weapon. So if it breaks, I'm basically screwed. I have no way to fight back. Oh, you fucking... Oh, shit, okay. This thing has too much health for me to fight. I'm gonna have to skip past him. Research notes on Hakokuso. I learned from reading Exotic Herbology that Kakura Makakura is made by grinding up the seeds of Hakokuso, an extraordinarily rare herb. Hakokuso is notoriously difficult to cultivate as it requires a very specific environment in which to grow. Rarely found in the wild, this precious medicinal herb is so prized that it's earned itself the title of the flower of the gods. According to the folklore, the herb can give one the ability to converse with the gods, visit their lands, and even awaken dormant powers. Within the manifold divine experiences this herb is rumored to provide, it is no surprise that numerous legends talk of kings journeying to find it under the belief that it holds a key to immortality. When ground, its seeds are said to smell of peaches. Okay. Get past this one. Where am I going? Keep comb, very useful. Although this is a dead end. I need to go above. Okay, I need to go across that bridge. I have a feeling more enemies are waiting to ambush me along the way, aren't they? I knew it. Out of my way. Map of Sugi Satsu. Okay. I locked our sanctuary to protect it, but don't you worry because I have the key. I'll be waiting for you at the mountain refuge. I won't let anyone or anything hurt you anymore. I'll protect you until the end of time itself. I'll stay by your side until death do us part. Okay.
They might be in there.
I don't think it's Shu leaving these notes. I think it might even be the Fox Mask guy. Yokan, hell yeah. Okay, got some health back. Can't wait to lose it immediately. They're gonna attack me on the way back. This view is great, isn't it? I've always wanted to see it with you. Probably alright if you made it this far, but just to be sure you're not being followed by anyone. This is our own private sanctuary. We don't need anyone else. What the fuck? Useful. And now they're getting up, okay. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Shu. Ringo?
Metal gate key, okay. You've come such a long way, you're doing so well. You don't need to worry about your silly old mundane world anymore. We'll break free from all of that. Welcome to our sanctuary. You're just overjoyed to have you as a new addition. Okay, this does not sound like Shu. Shit. There was way too many. They all just popped up at once, didn't they? They all just woke up. Nice again. Problem is, I only have one weapon left. I don't think I can fight them all. I think it's gonna break after I kill one or maybe even two of them. I just need to find a way to sneak past them or something. Yes, okay, I can't take all of you. That. Oh, that one's blocking the way out.
Shu. Ringo?
I can take on one of them. If I need to. That one's not going to go back. I can take him out. Or her, I should say. At least I can save it here. Hang on. Enshrine. And one of those. And one of these. And then I can pray. For more health, probably. Maybe some more stamina too, because I definitely need more of that. Shit. Okay, this is the problem. When I pick up that key, they all come up. Crowbar, okay. Am I supposed to fight them or am I supposed to run? So this door's stuck. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to try and get away here. He's in the way, I can't... Nope, they got me. Okay, I realize what I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to try and flee. And I'm supposed to go that way, okay. As soon as I pick up the key, they're gonna come at me, so I gotta be ready for that. In fact, can I open the way before I go there? Oh no, hang on. It already counted me as going through. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. It checkpointed me there. With next to no health though. Oh shit, wrong way. Let's pretend that didn't happen. I committed too late to the wrong path and I realized I couldn't go back. At least I know now not to go down that way, which means I have to go the other way, right? See. So the fog monster is there, which means I have to go this way. No, that's also the wrong way. Oh, okay. Which way does it want me to run? It wants me to go this way. Turn around, okay. It wants you to go in a specific direction. Shit. Okay, I think I know which way to go now. Hopefully, I mean. Avoid these. This way. Without a breath, no. Shit. I strayed off the path too much there. Trying to avoid the enemies, okay. I can do this. Wrong way. I had to use an item, so I was running out of stamina, and she was gonna end up out. Oh fuck! Which way? Which way? This way. As if I stopped to pick up an item along the way. Fuck. Okay. Which way? Which way? This way. This is such a fucking long sequence. Can't say I'm a fan of the ones, like the sequences like this, where they want you to go down a very specific path. And if you screw it up, they make you start from the very beginning again. First aid kit? Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't even have time to use it, I just picked it up. I'm already having to run again. Okay, fuck, fuck. Hits.
I need a break.
You're telling me? Oh, you need a holiday after this. Oh, she finally made it. Oh, I got an achievement. Escape the fog without getting hit. Yeah, I managed to avoid every single enemy attack along the way. Because of the 1 HP, that's why. I couldn't afford to be hit.
Is it?
Let's hope so. Let me sort out my equipment real quick. That there. First aid kit. Go there.
Is it finally over?
Get my sanity back. Before I save it, you know what? Let me actually just use the first aid kit. So I'm at full health again. Oh, it's just down that path, okay. But what's down the other path? Before I go there, let me find out what's down the other path. Anything worth investigating over here?
Is this
I heard once that there was a shrine in shambles near Shu's house, but I never knew it was here. Shu told me back then that the treasure at the root was a divine tree or something. Sako once told me that this place is where the real Sennen Sugi shrine is.
I heard it used to do very well, but people stopped visiting it after the fire.
Look around here. Right, focus.
Some sort of offering?
Take that. Oh, is this the tree that was hit by lightning?
The divine tree. It's in bad shape now, but I bet it used to be pretty impressive at one point.
Sako says the custom of putting the old tools to rest is called the Mogami faith. During the course of history, it somehow fused with the Inari faith, making it a special religious view of Ebisugaoka. The only shrine in town, Sennensugi Shrine, was, as its name suggests, a worshipping 1,000-year-old cedar as its divine tree. After living to see 1,000 years, it was praised as divine. And then, once the divine tree turned to ash, it was time to worship the next oldest thing. Sako reckons that it just so happened to be the moss-covered Inari statue. Okay. It said that Ebisugaoka was a hidden village that once served as a refuge for defeated soldiers of the Taharia clan. Unfortunately, evidence to support this tale has yet to be found. Still, Ebisugaoka shares many cultural similarities with those of other hidden villages, and it's my belief that this tale is true. Does that mean there's a Mount Rushmore of ninjas that used to be the Hokages of Ebisugaoka, like every hidden village should have? According to the other local legends, the soldier who fled here vowed to exact revenge upon the Minamoto clan and restore the Taira clan to its former glory. Once swearing this oath, they buried the sword of the deceased leader at the base of the great tree that serves to protect this land. It's a historical breakthrough if we could find that sword. Well, I found a bar of chocolate. Might not be a magic sword, but it's close enough, right? It's good enough. Alright, back to where I was meant to go. Surprised I didn't get attacked on the way back down. But I guess these Torii gates are stopping any enemies from entering, right? I think that's what they're doing. Because the fog monster couldn't chase me through it. Am I going the right way? I am, okay. Making sure. Oh wait, hang on. Completely forgot, I can enshrine that offering. Why would I be carrying that around with me? It's just taking up inventory space. Just continue down this path. This should take me to there. Is this where Shu actually has to walk through if she goes to school every day? I can't imagine it being very fun coming home from school during the winters when it's getting darker earlier and having to walk through this fucking forest just to get to your house from the city. Not city, from the town.
So it leads here. It's locked.
Can I not just knock like a normal person? I thought that was a scarecrow for a second.
Shu, partner, it's me.
Why am I breaking into his house? I could literally just knock if he's in there, right? Go, just fucking knock. Front door keys to Shu's house. From his long days of growing herbs, is he like a weed dealer or something? Does he grow marijuana? What kind of herbs is he growing? Hinako began complaining of headaches in middle school. When I tried pinpointing their root cause, things always seemed to come back to stress arising from her poor relationship with her father. In other words, she's suffering from tension headaches. I first recommended that she use over-the-counter medicine, but soon she started asking for them more and more often. I don't like the thought of Hinako developing a reliance on such drugs, so I switched her to traditional Chinese medicines that use kudzu root and peony, as it should put less strain on her body. That said, I know the real reason she comes around so often. It isn't just because she's looking for medicine, but for a place to air her grievances about her father. As my grandmother always said, you can greatly improve the flow of someone's chi simply by listening to their troubles and empathizing with them. Something that Charlie Kirk could never do. Hinako was thrilled with the medicine I gave her and said it works wonders, but the truth is that it wasn't the medicine alone. I want to hear out all her troubles and concerns. I mean, that's my job as her partner, right? Damn, there's a lot of pills in here. Damn.
I guess I'll wait for the two of them inside the house.
I got the front door key, not the back door key. Oh, that's just the way they came the other way around. Okay. Oh, hang on. Where does this lead to? No, it is the way I came from. Okay.
Shu, Rinko. Shu!
Oh dear. I think the fox mask guy is the fog monster because it looks like a fox paw that grabbed me. Damn, hand holding already? I've known this man for less than a day, and this is kind of lewd. Very intimate.
I know. But I'm not
Should have censored that.
Onward then. Here we perform 3 rituals.
Run, hurry, there's no going back. Okay. Is she just ignoring the messages or is she just not seeing them? I'm pretty sure she's seen a few of them before. I think she is ignoring them. I think that's what the difference is going to be in New Game Plus. Maybe you have the option to ignore them. I generally feel the warnings are from like a future version of herself or something.
not see you here. But I feel that you are with me.
first ritual chamber. Okay.
Person.
Let us go. Hinako.
Yes.
What is that?
There's something about this wall.
Not like Dark Souls where it's like a hidden path or something, right? Family physician's log. I received reports that the patient will sometimes make strange sounds, then try to get on all fours and crawl around. They might just be a furry. Housemaids who served the family for many years whisper among themselves, speaking of so-called fox possession. Yeah, I called it. I fucking called it. I've scolded them for spreading such unscientific, superstitious rumors. Today, I was ordered to keep silent about this matter. By the head of the house, the family has denied my request to transport them to a hospital. I wonder if it's out of fear that the talk of supernatural will tarnish the family's reputation. However, I do not expect the patient's condition to improve with in-home treatment alone. Oh, this is a maze. Okay. Anything to enshrine? No, not really. Do that. Mind is cleared. Okay. What I might do, I might save it here and continue this next time. I don't want to rush through too much of it at once. I'm going to exit out of this. And I'll see if there's anyone I can raid out to. Let's chat. Of course, as always, thank you everyone who tuned in today and watched me play Silent Hill. I'm having a great time with it and I don't want to finish it too quickly because I'm really enjoying it. Hopefully I can find someone nice to send everyone to on a raid. I think there's some people online right now I can probably find. Let's have a look at who is available. I'll probably be continuing with it tomorrow. What day is it tomorrow? Friday. Yeah, I might even stream earlier in the day actually. I can stream it for longer. Okay, I've got a good few people online. Have a look, who do I want to send you to? Oh, I think they're also ending, okay. I think a lot of people who started around the same time as me are also probably ending their stream now. I have impeccable timing for this sort of thing. Oh, okay. Before I do go, is there anything I want to talk about before I continue? Let me just double check. You know what? Maybe there is. I just noticed Favorite Franco posted his new video. Let's watch that together real quick. Before I do go to bed, so I'm gonna watch that anyway. Let's play.
Welcome back to the Philip
Watch
DeFranco
this.
Show. You daily dive into the news. It's Thursday,
Watch this.
and there's a lot to talk about today, starting with this. 2 Jewish people were killed and 4 others.
Yeah, there was an attack in Manchester earlier today.
A man drove a car into a Manchester synagogue. And this guy got out and started stabbing people before being shot to death by the police shortly after the attack began. And so given the nature of the attack and the fact that it happened on Yom Kippur, which is the holiest day in the Jewish calendar, police are calling this a terror attack. Right, and at least as I'm recording this, we're not seeing a lot of footage that you would normally
I think
see
the guy killed himself
from
afterwards,
the
didn't he?
scene
Or
prior to the
something.
attack. And that appears
They
to
don't
be
know why he did
because
it.
of the demographics of the area, right? Manchester and this area in particular has the highest Jewish population in the UK, and generally speaking, observant Jews don't use devices on high holidays like Yom Kippur. And so for now, regarding a number of the details from this attack, we're waiting for that to come out. And I'm also saying attacker, and you're seeing attacker everywhere because right now we don't know the suspect's name. Or you've got London police saying they believe they know his identity, but they're, quote, unable to confirm at this stage. Also, another hurdle in identifying the attacker was because suspicious items were found on the body, which required the bomb squad to come out. Though there, it's being reported that the items weren't viable and not a threat. And then with all this, it looks like he may not have worked alone, as 2 others have been arrested in connection with the crime. Also, as far as what we're seeing, you had Prime Minister Keir Starmer telling reporters,
the attack in Manchester this morning is absolutely shocking, and all of our thoughts are with those affected. I'm on my way back to London. When I arrive, I will chair an emergency COBRA meeting. I'm already able to say that additional police assets are being deployed to synagogues across the country, and we will do everything to keep our Jewish community safe.
You also had the Israeli embassy condemning the attack and saying that such an act of violence should be perpetrated on the holiest day of the Jewish calendar in a place of prayer and community is abhorrent and deeply distressing. Right, and for Jewish people in the UK, this attack, it appears to be just another example of the rising wave of anti-Semitism, and here, a deadly one. In fact, according to the Community Security Trust, which is a charity that tracks anti-Semitic acts in the UK, 1,521 cases have been documented between January and June of this year. And that number includes a wide range of things, everything from graffiti and online abuse to assaults and other acts. But altogether, that means that this year has the 2nd highest rate of anti-Semitic incidents since they've started tracking it in the country. And with all this, in general, there's a real fear from the UK's leadership that this could lead to even further increased tensions between sectarian groups across the UK. And we may already be starting to see that play out. I mean, just a quick search on social media, and you have people bringing up Israel and Palestine, the UK recently recognizing Palestine as a state, pro-Palestine marches in the country, though again, right now, we do not officially know any details about the attacker or his beliefs. But again, for now, we have eyes on this, and we're gonna have to wait to see what information comes from
The UK is such a fucking dire strait in that, especially with how much right-wing extremism is flooding the streets with all these flags going up as well. Now we have another reason for people to be unsafe. Like, this is BS, man.
With the Anti-Defamation League, with them saying that they're an extreme group functioning like a terrorist organization. And this notably after Elon Musk and other right-wing influencers went after the ADL for its work documenting alleged racism and anti-Semitism connected to Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA. Though technically, the ADL never actually labeled Turning Point an extremist or a hate group. Right? Instead, it described it as a right-wing student organization that provided a platform for extremists and far-right conspiracy theorists. They then also claim that TPUSA's leadership and activists have made multiple racist or bigoted comments and have been linked to a variety of extremists, and they gave various examples there. And they then also argued that Kirk himself pushed numerous conspiracy theories about election fraud and COVID-19 and has demonized the transgender community as well as promoted Christian nationalism. Right, and then connected.
I mean, that's pretty much what he used his entire platform for, wasn't it?
An ADL webpage talking about what's known as the Christian identity movement, right? Which is, it's not just about identifying as Christian. Instead, it's described as an extremist ideology dating back to the 19th century, which believes that white people are God's chosen ones and advocates for a holy war against Jews and other minority groups. And so with all of that in mind, you had Musk pointing to the ADL and saying that they're a hate group against Christians, right? And claiming that the ADL using what he called false and defamatory labels about people and organizations, including calling them extremist, hate.
I keep forgetting that Elon Musk is still a thing.
And Musk then going on to say that they're a far left hate propaganda machine. Which
I wish I could forget he exists at all sometimes.
A lot of the criticism of the ADL has actually come from people that are considered more far left. Right? And specifically, Palestine supporters or Netanyahu critics, they've slammed the organization for equating anti-Zionism and even general criticism of Israel with anti-Semitism. I mean, you've even had ADL employees speaking.
I think this is the closest I can get to Philip DeFranco mentioning me on his show.
Notably, a lot of backlash came.
Because I've been critical of that sort of thing.
Defense of Elon Musk. Or you might remember when Elon Musk did this, the ADL called it an awkward gesture and a moment of enthusiasm. And actually now, in response to all this, you've had the ADL accused of folding to Musk again by taking down its so-called glossary of extremism, reportedly removing over 1,000 pages of related research from its website. Though there you had the ADL defending itself in a statement saying that an increasing number of entries in the glossary were outdated, and noting we also saw a number of entries intentionally misrepresented and misused. But again, another big aspect of this backlash we're seeing it has to do with the ADL's ties to the FBI and other law enforcement. Because if you didn't know, the ADL's partnered with law enforcement agencies for decades to educate them on extremism and anti-Semitism. And actually, in the case of the FBI, it's mandatory for new agents to complete the ADL's Law Enforcement and Society Workshop, which, according to the description, examines the history of the Holocaust, the role of police under the Nazis, and the implications of the Holocaust for law enforcement today. I mean, he even had in 2014 former FBI director and I guess now recently indicted James Comey delivering a speech praising the ADL for its work, saying, if this sounds a bit like a love letter to the ADL, it is, and rightly so. But now you've got Kash Patel telling Fox News, James Comey disgraced the FBI by writing love letters to the ADL and embedding agents with an extreme group functioning like a terrorist organization and the disgraceful operation they ran spying on Americans. That was not law enforcement, it was activism dressed up as counterterrorism, and it put Americans in danger. And saying that era is finished. This FBI formally rejects Comey's policies in any partnership with the ADL. But then next up in the news, let's talk about Trump.
That's genuinely interesting seeing that they're inviting.
Because in case you missed it, the NFL and Apple Music, they announced that Bad Bunny is going to be the halftime headliner this year. And that's not like the most surprising news. He's
Didn't you do the whole thing in Spanish?
But still, because everything is stupid, that sparked a controversy. Because even though Bad Bunny is from Puerto Rico, which is an American territory, many on the right believe that this was an un-American choice. Or with some outrage that his music is primarily in Spanish, not English. You had people like Megyn Kelly even calling this election an active middle finger to the right. And then others posting things like Roger Goodell.
I think that's incredibly based.
To make the Super Bowl political. This is not a pick designed to unite football fans or let people just enjoy the show. It was a pick designed to divide fans, and no doubt Bad Bunny will find some way to push a woke message. Does this guy really scream American football to anyone? Right, and then with all that, you had people pointing to Bad Bunny actually opting to not do any shows in the 50 states for his recent tour because he has a huge Latino fan base and he was concerned about ICE. Or with him explaining there were many reasons why I didn't show up in the US, and none of them were out of hate. But there was the issue of, like, fucking ICE could be outside my concert. And well, now it's not just randoms and commentators online. This has reached the Trump administration, right? Because you had Corey Lewandowski, a senior advisor in the Department of Homeland Security, going on a podcast and getting asked if there would be ICE enforcement at the Super Bowl. And there he said,
there is nowhere that you can provide safe haven to people who are in this country illegally, not the Super Bowl and nowhere else. We will find you. We will apprehend you. We will put you in a detention facility, and we will deport you. So know that.
Unlike most of the people detained at Alligator Alcatraz, he fucking like lost as well in the system. Like, they've lost literally track of everyone, almost everyone there. Like an untold number of them.
Right, so that
You
clip,
can't even say how many they've lost track of.
those comments to TMZ,
They're just fucking missing.
presence will be at the event. And that ended up sparking its own wave of responses with something that it's ridiculous to threaten an ICE raid over a Puerto Rican and therefore American artist. Right, some saying this just proves Bad Bunny's point about not touring here. But this also, as some have said, this feels like a pretty empty threat. Right, arguing that the crowds attending the Super Bowl and those attending a regular Bad Bunny concert, they're just not the same group. And so people saying it's less likely that fans would be putting themselves at risk or be in risk in the same way with his own world tour. Though also, the fact that this even turned into a big controversy at all, for many it proves why it's such a big deal that Bad Bunny is doing the halftime show.
Bad Bunny is performing at the biggest stage on the biggest night in the United States when Latinos are being scapegoated, persecuted, and being talked about like we don't belong here. Bad Bunny champions his island, okay? He's constantly wearing his culture on his sleeve. It's representation. It's defiance. It is joy in the face of people who try to shrink us.
And then there's more news we got to talk about, but first let me say, fall is here and it's stacked with football, baseball, concerts like Billie Eilish, the Lumineers, Benson Boone, Lorde, Doechii, the Jonas Brothers.
I'm just not even surprised that they're so bad at documenting the people that they call undocumented illegals that they just lost track of them within their own system.
But then next up in the news, 30% of the
Because they don't care about fixing the system at all, do they?
May need to resort to violence to get the country back on course. But that is what we're seeing from this new survey, and the details of it are very interesting. Because that 30% is up 11 points from just a year and a half ago. And while you saw increases for all party identifications, they did not rise equally. The Republicans went up 3 points, Independents went up 7 points, and Democrats shot up 16 points, going from 12 to 28%. Though with that, while the Democrats had the biggest increase, that's only because Republicans were already so high. Right, a year and a half ago, Republicans were where Democrats are now in terms of support for potential violence, and today they're even higher, showing 31% support. And so basically what you have are the Dems catching up. And as for why you're seeing all this, you had NPR senior political editor Domenico Montanaro, whose outlet was involved in the survey, giving his interpretation.
And I think that it really speaks a lot to people who feel under threat in the country, whether they're targeted for hiring practices or feel like they don't have upper mobility or feeling like that the country's not going in the direction they want. In some senses, though, I feel like there's a failure of politics here overall, because if you feel that politics, which is the only way to really create change in the country, is the way to make that change, then you don't feel this way. But when politics people feel has let them down, then you start to see these kinds of openings.
Right, and that actually brings us to another poll that just came out, because it seems to demonstrate what he just said, because it found that 64% of registered voters believe the nation is too politically divided to solve its problems. And that's up 22 points from 42% in the fall of 2020, which was when the US was dealing with COVID lockdowns and BLM protests. Right, and we're seeing all of this is now a third.
Not gonna lie, my favorite fashion accessory has been the face mask. I'm so glad COVID made it a thing, because I love the subtle disrespect you can give to people by pulling your mask up when they're near you.
Right, with all of this, I also think it's important to note the
It's like the most socially acceptable middle finger we can give someone.
Assassination, but before the government shutdown. So it's very possible that some of these numbers may have shifted. Now, with all that said, there are things that Americans seem to agree on. Right, so for example, despite a third thinking that political violence may be necessary, 95% of Americans still say that it's a problem. Though then with that, when you ask about what kind of violence they're worried about, you get very different answers. Right, so for Republicans, you saw more concern about violence against public officials, whereas Democrats, they had more concern for violence against protesters. And then for many other issues, the broad surface level agreement, it also turned out to conceal kind of a deeper disagreement when you break it down further. So like, for example, only 12% of registered voters support revoking the licenses of TV stations that air programs criticizing Donald Trump. But when you narrow it down to just Republicans, that number jumps up to 26%, or around 1 in 4. Right, and that is 64% of Republicans here added that Trump's actions pressuring media organizations which cover him unfavorably have been about right or haven't gone far enough. And then, even on Jeffrey Epstein, although 61% of Americans disapprove of the Trump administration's handling of
Fucking Ted Cruz recently said, people calling it a Freudian slip, I don't think it is, said that you should stop being mean to pedophiles, which is like the weirdest fucking sentence anyone could ever say.
But I will say, despite all this, I was able to find
that man is absolutely on the Epstein list for certain.
That both sides seem to genuinely agree. Right, and that is whether they would call each other the enemy or fellow Americans whom they merely disagree with politically, or which is 10% of Democrats and 14% of Republicans opting for the harsher description and the overwhelming majority liking the kinder one, which does give some hope given the kind of venomous rhetoric we've heard from many, including from the president.
I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry.
I called the fake news the enemy of the people, and they are.
It is the enemy from within, and they're very dangerous.
He's definitely trying to rile them up against, like, literally other Americans.
And they're sick. These people, they're so sick, and they're so evil.
But then next up, in the news, we should talk about why these 20 states are suing the Trump administration. Because they say that Trump's barred them from using federal funds to help survivors of sexual assault and domestic violence who can't immediately prove their immigration status. And the AGs who brought this case, they're saying that even lawful residents and U.S. citizens could be shut out from these urgently needed services, and adding, people fleeing abusive households often do not physically have the legal documents needed to demonstrate immigration status. And adding, abusers will frequently restrict the victim's access to important legal documents as a means of control and as a tactic to prevent them from escaping the dangerous situation. And then with that, they also pointed to Trump's recent statements that appear to minimize the seriousness of domestic violence.
Things that take place in the home, they call crime. They'll do anything they can to find something. If a man has a little fight with the wife, they say this was a crime, see? So now I can't claim 100%.
But also with this, to zoom out a bit, this has to do with funding that's awarded by way of two laws, the Victims of Crime Act and the Violence Against Women's Act, as well as something called the Burn Memorial Assistance Grant Program. Right, and the Justice Department's new rules restricting the use of this funding to provide legal services to undocumented immigrants is scheduled to go into effect on October 31st. Though also with this, I'll say, this isn't the first time that the White House has gone after money meant for the victims of crimes. Back in August, the Trump administration actually threatened to withhold Victims of Crime Act funding to states that don't assist with immigration enforcement, with that also prompting 20 states as well as DC to sue the Trump administration, right? Because that funding, it reportedly covers the...
Oh, hello. Mobius Rose, hello, my beloved. How are you today? How was Sonic Racing Crossworld? Sorry, I keep calling it Sonic Racism Crossworld. How was Sonic Racism? I'm hoping you had a good time with it. I actually got the game recently as well, so like if we want to play at some point, we definitely should. No, I mean, I that's just on brand for you. I don't think it'd be a Mobius Rose raid if I did get a raid message. How was your stream? Was Sonic being racist again? I was playing Silent Hill earlier. I probably should change to just chatting. I'm just catching up on stuff that's happened over the week. Basically, like there was the attack in Manchester I was talking about earlier. What else was there? There's a whole US ICE situation that's just constantly an issue. Watch this. Let's chat. Yeah, I was playing Silent Hill F earlier. I've been really fucking enjoying that game. But now I wanted to yap a little bit. And looking up stuff. I don't know if you saw earlier, I was talking about this earlier as well. Asmongold said to stop being racist. Which it was insane, considering the majority of his audience are racist. Like, I was taken aback at first. Until, like, you know, towards the end of the clip, he starts being racist. I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely Asmongold, okay. Specifically, he was talking about racism towards Indian people. I was like, damn, what kind of fucking dimension am I in now? It's Asmongold is telling people not to be racist when the majority of his audience are literally, like, Trump-supporting, MAGA hat-wearing, racist white Americans. I generally thought I must have accidentally taken drugs at some point. I was going to double check. Is there anything else I want to mention? I've been looking at a lot of stuff. You know what? Here's a good one. Let's play. Watch this. I love... Okay, so one of the reasons I'm really good at arguing against right-wing lunatics is because I watch a lot of content from things like LBC, and I like read comments and stuff on things like Daily Mail posts. Because the better you understand the arguments people are trying to make, the better you'll be at taking them down. Which is why I'm so good at it. I regularly watch things like LBC, which platform right-wing lunatics. And because I have a good understanding of what arguments they're trying to make, I am very good at shutting them down.
Muslim countries in the world that nobody else but a Muslim can buy property.
But I can understand not everyone is as resilient as I am when it comes to listening to mind-numbing drivel.
Well, a lot of them are in Africa, and
give me one.
Because you get people like this calling in.
Hold on, which one was it?
Well, it was the same one that was underneath the Winston Churchill post, probably.
No, it wasn't. Let me check.
I mean, I'm someone who watched a lot of content from Ben Shapiro and Charlie Kirk of all people. That's why I'm good at arguing with them too.
No, but when you
Actually, arguing with Ben. Can't argue with Charlie anymore. He's gone. But it's kind of shocking to realize how dumb the people in the UK are, because like these are the people who are definitely fucking painting roundabouts and putting up flags.
The caller came in swinging.
I saw my first Union Jack flag today, actually, as well. I was out early today because I was watching the new Demon Slayer movie, and on the bus back home, I saw someone have a Union Jack flag over their home.
Get away with a single word of it. He calmly,
which is definitely worrying, considering I live in like a really multicultural part of, like, Birmingham is a very multicultural city, and I live in the very multicultural part of it.
And pressing him again and again for evidence that never came. The moment the caller tried to insist that 20
I generally don't think there's much you can do to reason with them.
For non-Muslims,
like, I think it's so ingrained in them to hate people that I don't think you'll get anywhere trying to tell them that they're wrong, or, like, you know, they're being taken advantage of or led against other people by people like Tommy Robinson, sorry. I generally think the best we can hope for is just making them shut the fuck up by making them too embarrassed to speak up.
cuts right through it with logic and receipts.
Dude, fucking, I went to a convention a couple of months ago in Birmingham, I think it was MegaCon or something, and we saw someone wearing a full fursuit that had the Union Jack on it. So this is a white supremacist furry. I'm like, motherfucker, dude. The EDL and, like, the United Kingdom rally people, they are not going to accept a furry, okay? These bigoted motherfuckers are not going to be opening and accepting to a furry. So why the fuck are you wearing a fursuit with the Union Jack on, right?
Nonsense live on air. Don't forget to.
It's kind of embarrassing. Like, do you not realize?
So you never miss a takedown like this one.
Professor Matthew.
Do these people not realize that hateful bigots are hateful to everyone that's different?
Based on census data, He has come
They are not going to be welcoming and accepting of the furry community. That's what, to be fair, no, that's not true. I remembered someone telling me that there is a Nazi furry community in the UK furry scene.
not have an immigrant parent.
Where they dress up in German military uniforms.
The population could have fallen to by around a third, 33 to around a third, 33.7% by 2063. He says that's going to raise great concern. My question to you is what concern? And why concern? Lenny's in Ashford. Lenny!
It's because they don't actually care about facts. They just believe what they want to believe, what they want to be true.
I am really concerned for my offspring that we are going to lose our religion and our Britishness. And it's got to happen.
It's got to happen.
Yes, well, if may I think Sir Winston Churchill can explain it better than me.
Don't think he can. He's dead.
He's I think, were wise words. When
He's down there with Charlie Kirk right now.
they are very concerned with minority rights. When they are in the
Oh, this motherfucker is scared that white people can become the minority.
There is,
and that was the wise words of Winston Churchill.
I will check the wise words of Winston Churchill on that particular point, Lenny.
Yeah, please do.
But there is absolutely no suggestion.
Yeah, a lot of people who are right-wing tend to just completely ignore everything that's going on around them and have the most surface-level understanding of world events.
Well,
that's why they make such... Like, people just don't want to pay attention.
It's already a priority over the indigenous people of our country.
What do you
mean? Being ignorant is just easier sometimes.
Well, it's two-tier law, isn't it? You know,
what does that mean?
With well, there's double standards with our law and order at the moment in favour of the Muslim community.
Right. Tell me in what way, sir?
Well, if you watch... I
want to know where he's going with this.
There are... When you have a Muslim parade, they're allowed to...
I fucking love Muslim parades. Why have I never heard of this happening? I don't think there's ever been a Muslim parade. Is it like, does he think like a pride parade? Or like, you know, pride events are like, that Muslims have the same sort of thing happening? I think they should. I think this should be a thing. Dude, I think we should have more Muslim parades. And I want to go at, because like, let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. We all know for a fact, 100%, that the food at Muslim parades is going to be fucking banger. It's gonna be so good. I would go just for the food. The samosas. The kebabs. Think how good a Muslim parade would be. Like, I think we should have a whole month for Muslim Pride or something, just for something like that. You get like fresh naan and shit, wouldn't you? Spring rolls. I would so totally go to a Muslim parade.
To get away with no arrest, nothing, and talk about their religion and the infidel.
If there's a Muslim parade every day, I shit you not, right? I would go up a size in clothing if there was a Muslim parade happening every day. I would weigh twice as much as I do right now.
Which parade is
and
this,
then
Lenny?
when it comes to an English parade,
I've been to an English parade. It was shit. I went to the United Kingdom rally in London because I was meeting up with friends that weekend. And it was just a bunch of tossers holding flags and, you know, eventually getting drunk and fighting police officers. It's shit. You imagine the food and like the costume and whatever and the music at an English parade. Like, they were playing, I think, I can't remember where it was, but there were a bunch of like people waving like Union Jack flags around. And they were playing music by Queen, saying "We Are the Champions," even though Freddie Mercury was a gay immigrant. This is how fucking dumb they are.
Of this country, they're treated totally.
I bet they'd eat buttered toast at an English parade.
What parade is this that you've seen where chants about the infidels have been let out?
Well, when you see it, you know, on a Saturday, nearly every week in London. And
why have I never heard of this?
When you say
Mobius Rose, date to a Muslim parade in London when?
The basic religion of an infidel.
Apparently every Saturday is happening.
When when possible, you know, and they preach to kill infidels.
There are, Lenny, you're right. There are people who...
Where is he getting this information from?
We normally call it Islamists, who preach some horrendous things about jihad and infidels and all that kind of stuff. Normally they're picked up by the police. Too often they're able to find a loophole or two that keeps them out of the prison cell for a long time. But the police are putting people like that behind bars.
Not often enough, Tom. When you look at the...
But what about any of this, Lenny?
that are
By the way, the remark you attribute to Winston Churchill, there, I'm quoting here, Lee Pollock, the trustee and advisor to the board of the International Churchill Society, says, of the quote that you just gave, Lenny, it does not appear in any of his many books, articles or speeches, nor is there any
Did you guys see that one clip from the Ring doorbell of someone going up to their Muslim neighbor and saying, hey, if you need a place to be safe or whatever, this elderly white guy saying, like, you know, you're always safe around us, and this whole business about people putting flags up is abysmal, and, you know, these people should be ashamed, blah, blah, blah. Because that was a very wholesome clip. And I think more people need to see that one. I genuinely love the fact there are people like that in the UK. Like, that's the reason why I don't hate all white people. I'm this close, right? Y'all are on thin ice. With that one man being kind to his own neighbor is what's stopping me from being outright... I mean, white men, on the other hand, there's no help for them. But this one guy is stopping me from being hateful to all white people, period. Cis white men, though, I mean, they're too far gone. In fact, you know what? I'm going to pinky promise right now. I will stop hating on cis white men. Cis white Christian men, even. I'll put that in there. If I can go an entire week without seeing one of them commit a shooting in America, right? If they can go an entire week, any point this year, any point in the next 10 years, if they can go an entire week with one of them shooting someone in public, I will legitimately dial back all my hate for them.
I personally read something by Winston Churchill, and I thought
Right.
I'll save that for one day because that will come in handy.
And it's something that the trustee and advisor of the board of the International Churchill Society has not read?
Okay, well, put it this way then.
So you might be wrong. Do you think you might be wrong on
Well,
that quote?
if I am wrong, I am saying it because when you go to...
If I am wrong, I am saying it. Bro, you're acknowledging that you're wrong and you're still telling something that you know is a lie?
Muslim country, you haven't got...
Not gonna lie, England would be better if it was a Muslim country, because one of the issues, sorry, not one of the issues, one of the tenets of Islam, one of the practices, is before prayer they have to wash themselves, which I think should be a mandatory thing that the British should have to do, everyone in England. Because you gotta pray 5 times a day, and before you pray, you gotta wash yourself. That alone is the main reason why I think England should be a Muslim country.
You are now
You can't pray if you're unwashed.
You're telling me that you are saying it as something that you believe to be true.
Well, when I read it, it was
Legitimately, yeah.
And if he didn't say it,
Motherfuckers don't wash their own hands. They had to be told how to do it and just sing happy birthday to themselves.
Online, didn't you, Lenny? And you saw a signature of Winston Churchill underneath that quote with maybe a picture of Winston Churchill in the background. And you, in your head, you've said, "Oh my God, Winston Churchill signed this off and put it as a meme on Instagram."
If anything, Winston Churchill will be posting on Facebook.
disagree on that, but I will say, you go to a Muslim country, when does infidels have the same rights as a Muslim?
Okay, this is something I wanted to educate people on, right? So a lot of people have this idea about Muslim countries based entirely on like 1 or 2 Middle Eastern countries they know about, and they think every country must be the same. And I'm going to toot my own horn here a little bit. A lot of Muslim countries have had female leaders before any of the Western countries did. So, like, countries like my family are from Bangladesh. Bangladesh has had multiple female prime ministers before fucking Kamala Harris was in office as like vice president, right? They've had multiple women. Most recent one was corrupt. They kicked her out of the country. They had a revolution about that, like 2024. Ignoring her, the rest of them were okay. But also, Bangladesh is also one of the only countries in the world that recognize third-gendered people. They will give you a passport that recognizes your identity, gender identity, if it's not male or female. And they have like trans communities and stuff in the country, and they actually have like mosques specifically for transgendered people, like legitimately third-gender people. Not saying it's perfect. There's definitely still transphobia in the country, like no different to that than in the West, like in the UK or US. But like, you'd probably be safer there because there'd be laws to protect you. Whereas in the US and the UK, there aren't any, right? Because like Bangladesh does have laws protecting third gender people, is what they call it. I mean, they also believe that third gender people have magic powers and can curse you as well because um, they have a Hindu. There's a Hindu god that is considered third gender, and they believe, they have ties to that. So I don't know why trans people in the UK and US don't have magic powers. I think that would definitely save them more trouble if they did. But yeah, a lot of like majority Muslim countries are actually a lot better than people would have you think. They just make you think that every single one is somehow run by the Taliban.
You mean by infidel?
Non-Muslims
have the same rights.
In fact, one of my favorite responses for whenever people like Charlie Kirk bring up the whole like name one Muslim country where you could have a pride parade or whatever, because they always say these things that you can't have in a Muslim country. The thing is, right, I just respond with Turkey. Next question. Because a lot of people forget countries like Turkey, Morocco, Egypt are also majority Muslim countries, and they don't have any laws against women voting or whatever like they think all Muslim countries do. It's just an easy response, but because they think every single one of those countries is the same, they literally set themselves up for failure like that because they expect nobody else to have actually read into other countries.
Give me one of them.
Well, a lot of them are in Africa, and
give me one.
Hold on, which one was it?
Well, it was the same.
Or is he doing a Google?
Winston Churchill post, probably.
No, it wasn't. Let me check. No, I'll tell you something.
Okay.
I cannot think of the country itself, but no. But when you hold on, where does everybody go for holidays? Muslim countries.
Turkey, Morocco.
Oh dear. I'm sorry, Tom.
Don't you worry, Lenny. It's very hard. I understand if you come on national radio and you ascribe quotes to a former prime minister that turns out not to be true, and then you can't think of a single.
Indonesia is also pretty good.
There are 27 countries in which I can understand that that's a very difficult thing. If it's all right with you, I'm going to leave it there because,
I mean, Cairo's great as well, isn't it?
In this exchange, it's impossible not to notice how flimsy and confused Lenny's arguments actually are. He calls in full of alarm about losing.
I'm going to end that here. Watch this. Let's chat. I'm just conscious. It's getting close to bedtime. It's almost midnight. It's 11:15. I don't want to stay up too late. I am planning on streaming again tomorrow. Probably some more Silent Hill. No, definitely more Silent Hill. Till then, I am going to raid out. I'll see if I can find anyone nice to send you all to. But thank you, of course, Mobius, for sending everyone here. You are always welcome. Let me see whom's is available. I'm noticing a lot of people online. I'm pretty sure a lot of them start at the same time we did. And they're probably going to be ending their stream soon. Harpy, you finally arrived. You arrived right. Do you know what? Do you know, because Harpy's here now, I might stick around longer to hate on her more. Because do you know what? I've been hating on America this entire stream, and you missed it all, Harpy. I've been hating so hard on America. I was even talking about trans rights in other countries. I can't believe you missed it all. I think it's because Harpy hates trans people. That's why she missed all my fun facts about trans rights in other countries. I don't think she cares for any of it. She told me on Discord the other day, actually, that she's got a collection of Harry Potter books. That's where I stopped reading the message she sent. She went on a bit longer and then I just tuned out. No idea what she said after that, but I know she sent me a message saying she's got like a collection of Harry Potter books she got 9 years ago, I think it was. Pretty sure whatever she said afterwards is irrelevant, right? I'm trying to find someone nice to read out to. I see Amaranth is online, but I don't know if I support women enough to want to do that. She said no, she's a right-wing lunatic. Fuck her. Yeah, it's remembered. Nah, fuck Amaranth. That's okay. I'm still a feminist. I can say fuck Amaranth. She's one of those people that's like literally a pick me. She is, because I heard she started doing this thing where she'd message other people saying, if you unsubscribe to someone else's OnlyFans and show me a screenshot, I'll give you a discount to mine. She is straight up a pick me. Fuck Amaranth. Yeah, she's been like full on like Trump supporting. Weird. Yeah, I think it essentially started when she signed up with Kick and, you know, the whole gambling stream thing. I know, straight up, a lot of the rights that she has, and like, you know, people defending sex workers have been left-wing people, and she straight up burned them because she wanted the right-wing audience money, right? Sorry, no, I don't think I'm done streaming yet. I'm mad at Amaranth now. I have too many opinions I want to share. She's doing a fucking AI stream as well, actually. I'm just looking at it now. She's making AI videos with Sora too. She's got an AI Fansly, wasn't it? Where it's entirely AI images of her, and you're chatting with an AI bot that's programmed to be her. Which I don't know why people signed up to. And it gives you like AI voice notes as well using her AI generated voice. Like they know it's definitely not her and they're still fucking paying for it. Imagine not jerking off to a real person, right? If you're gonna come for a real woman. It's just disrespectful at this point. Well, speaking of, I've seen a lot of fucking AI women on Instagram. And it's so obviously AI because their tits are fucking huge and bouncing all over the place. I'm like, I'm looking at the comments and people are believing that it's a real person. I'm like, holy shit, dude. How? How are people this fucking dumb? Like, you can look in the room behind them and like the fucking furniture is all weird and shit. But I guess none of them are really paying attention to that, are they? You know what? I think I know who I want to raid out to. She's been streaming for 25 fucking hours, but she's doing like a marathon stream. Which means I don't have to worry about her going offline. But Jen is online. Is doing an October marathon stream. I hope you enjoy watching her stream. She's very nice. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll probably streaming early in the day. Mark it down. Harpy, I'll be streaming earlier. Probably around midday. And I'll be playing more Silent Hill. And then complaining about more stuff that I don't like. Maybe I'll do a whole stream complaining about Amaranth and all this shit I don't like about her. Copy whichever raid message you want to use. And I will see you. Yeah, most likely tomorrow and Saturday as well. Sunday for D&D, if everyone is available for D&D. Anyway, enjoy watching Jen. Sayonara.